afternoon. I'm Judy Woodruff. Before we get to our impeachment coverage, I have sad news to report. Jim Lehrer, our founding anchor, died this morning. We are heartbroken here at the NewsHour. Jim's legacy of journalism is with us every day. We want to send our love and deepest condolences to Kate, Jim's wife, to his children, his 3 daughters, and their grandchildren. And we will look back at Jim's life and talk with Robin McNeil, his longtime partner, co-founder of the NewsHour, and others on tonight's program. This program actually got its start when Jim and Robin covered the Watergate hearings gavel to gavel in this very studio. We know that Jim would want us to honor him by continuing to do our work and bringing you this special coverage of this impeachment trial.
Hey, think sports for a moment. If the nationally televised presidential debates were baseball, they would be comparable to the 7th game of the World Series, score tied, 2 out, 3-2 count, bases loaded. In football, contemplate a Super Bowl game with a team 3 points behind, 3rd and long, 15 seconds to go on the 50-yard line. Basketball, well, the NBA championship game with time for only 1 3-point shot to win. In other words, politics and sports fans, we're talking very big deals here. The biggest difference, of course, is that sports, even the World Series, the Super Bowl, and the NBA Finals, are only games. Winning and losing mostly determine the size of rings, paychecks, civic pride, T-shirt sales, and halos. For debates, the stakes are as high as they get in our democratic society. The consequences can be enormous from these critical events in the process that ends with the selection of the President of the United States. Everybody involved, from the candidates to the ticket takers, knows it. And that is why anxiety rules all minds and all stomachs.
For me, and I know this is a minority view, I'm not as upset about the extremism in the dialogue right now as a lot of people are, and I'll tell you why. It's always happened in our democratic society when there is legitimate unsettlement among the people. And God knows there is. We've got 2 wars. We've got people losing their jobs and don't know whether they're going to be able to find one. People losing their homes. People who have worked all their lives thinking they're going to be able to send their kids to college, and they can't do that. People are worried about losing their health care. These are real problems. And when there are real problems among the populace, then the extremes rise to the top because, oh, I've got an idea from the left, I've got an idea from the right, and they start yelling at each other and whatever. But it's still 10% at each end, and at the 80% of the people are still running the country. And those are the folks who, and once things settle down, assuming they do, and there's also a big competence problem. Let's face it, the oil spill is just an example of what people are kind of worried, who are these people who are in charge of the country? You know, but in government and business, the financial crisis, you know, people don't think, what's going on here? Why can't people run these things right? So there's a kind of a general, as I say, unsettlement. That's probably not the right word, but kind of uneasiness. And that's what is feeding the extremists. Once things get better, the extremists will still become extremists, and they will not get the attention that they're getting now.
I have a personnel update. As you regular viewers know, for some time now, I've been gradually stepping back from my daily on-air duties. That really began in December 2009 with the coming of the PBS NewsHour. Well, as of June 6th, another phase will begin. I will no longer be part of the ongoing double anchor rotation. Those duties will be performed by our superb team, already well known to everyone: Gwen Ifill, Judy Woodruff, Jeffrey Brown, Margaret Warner, and Ray Suarez. I won't completely disappear, not for a while at least. I'll be here many Fridays to participate in the joy of moderating the remarkably civilized discussions of Mark Shields and David Brooks and their substitutes, Ruth Marcus and Michael Gerson, among others. I will also remain involved in the principal editorial thrusts of the NewsHour and of our company, McNeil-Lehrer Productions. I've been laboring in the glories of daily journalism now for 52 years, 36 of them here at the NewsHour and its earlier incarnations. And there does come a time to step aside from the daily process, and that time has arrived.